Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video on the Occasional Farm Boy. Today we have our Fairbanks Morse 2 horsepower single cylinder gasoline engine. We're gonna start this sucker up, and what contraption I got going here is I have a timing belt from a car, and it's attached to a DC motor from a treadmill. Now the treadmill comes out 3 wires, 1 ground, a black and a red. So I just hook up the black and the red to an extension cord, and it routes up to this power bar right underneath the bench. So I'm going to start this thing up, and we'll see what lights we can get flashing out of this thing. So let's get this thing going. So, as per usual, our starting mechanism for this engine is just a welded up drill bit. Just a metal shaft going all the way through with a pipe on it that has a cone screw shape to it. You stick it right in here, and we don't even have to hand crank it, just electric start. Talk about efficiency here. Anyways, we'll start this thing up, and we'll see what power we're coming out of here. And we'll want to make sure it's off. Alright, let's hit it. Well, couldn't have expected much better. We need a new battery. Now we're talking. Let's fire this thing up. This is full throttle. So right now we're making about 100, let's say about an average of 95 volts out of this contraption here. So it's not quite the 110 volts of the AC system, but these lights that I have set up, they'll also work with DC voltage, so we should be fine. Other things like fan or electric motor, AC motor, those don't work here as well, or don't work at all. So these lights are what we're going to stick to. So we got everything plugged in. Now we just got to turn things on. So with one light, you can definitely hear it's under more load. Let's go put more load on it. Well, I was able to get all three lights on. All three lights on there shining fairly good. One thing I did notice when we put the three lights on, it started getting dimmer closer to the end. It was probably like a 5-second period the lights were actually on before the belt slipped. But like 2.5 seconds, all of them were shining very well. But closer to the end, they started to dim out. And I think what's happening is we don't have enough tension on this belt here. And just the sheer amount of load is restricting this here from turning. And that friction isn't overcome by this belt here. So this belt basically is our downfall in the system here. So, but as you saw, it was able to light up. It definitely had some work to do, but I bet we can do a whole lot more with this 2 horsepower engine. In theory, should do about 1 horsepower is about, I don't know, 747 watts. So 1 horsepower or 747 times 2, about 1500 watts, and 1500 watts is definitely capable of doing these 3 lights that I had on. So it's just a matter of how much power that motor there can do before we fry wires, and yeah, but it should be able to, that generator should be able to run it, especially if the it's turning all that treadmill and everyone's weight trying to walk. So it should theoretically run these 3 lights well. Maybe we should figure out getting this belt a lot more tighter so it doesn't slip off, because it was definitely slipping. And if we can do that, we're golden. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.